Hey, what do you say, weekend warriors? Let's talk turkey. Not just any turkey, we're gonna do pastrami turkey. And I'm gonna do it in my Pit Boss vertical pellet smoker today. I've got the temperature set to 250 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'm using pecan flavored pellets, but you can use any kind of pellet you like, whatever you think tastes good. I'll let you decide what to do there. Now, inside of this plastic wrap is a bone-in turkey breast, and it's been sitting in the refrigerator with a dry brine for the last 24 hours. So you're gonna wanna start this at least a day ahead of time. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this out of the plastic wrap so you can see what it looks like. All right. Now it didn't start out like this. Oh no. I had to make a pastrami rub, and here's your basic pastrami seasoning. So 1/4 cup of brown sugar, 1/4 cup of kosher salt, 1/4 cup of sweet paprika. This is Hungarian. 2 or 3 tablespoons of coarsely ground black pepper, just depending on how much pepper you like in yours. About a tablespoon of garlic powder, about a teaspoon of ground ginger. And now I have 3 tablespoons of coriander seeds that we want to break up a little bit. So if you have a spice grinder, that would work, or if you have a mortar and pestle like I do. And this is a tablespoon of yellow mustard seed. I'm gonna put that in. And I don't want to get it into a powder. I just want to break them open a little bit, make them nice and fragrant. So you can just kind of smash it down and run this pestle around in circles. And it should be enough to break them open. So that should be good enough. Add it to our mixture. And you can whisk it, but I'll just use my hand since I'm going to be using my hands to get it on the turkey anyways. Break up any clumps of brown sugar. And there we go. That's what we're looking for right there. And now for the fun part. Here's our bone-in turkey breast. It's a big boy right here. And what we're gonna do, we're using all of this rub, so don't worry about putting your hand back in there. Just start and rub it in. Anywhere that you can get in under the skin, I suggest you do so. Just be careful not to tear it. What I'll do is go ahead, make sure I get the entire outside covered, and then I can pick up what falls off and get that underneath the skin. But we really want to get some good coverage here so this has a chance to dry brine overnight. In fact, 24 hours is best. Get it up in the cavity. Anywhere you can add flavor, you want to do so. Down into any of these little folds and crevices. And there it is. It's not pretty at all, but don't you worry. After this comes out of the smoker, it's gonna look phenomenal. So this is gonna go in the refrigerator for 24 hours. I will put some saran wrap over top of it, and we'll be back in 24 hours to throw it in the smoke. And so here we are 24 hours later. The beauty of this, all the hard work was done yesterday. I've got the smoker preheated to 250 degrees Fahrenheit. And now basically we're just gonna put this right into the smoker. I wanna do 2 things. The first is we're going to put it on a hanger. So we're gonna hang the turkey today. And then I'm gonna put in a couple meat probes so we can monitor the temperature. And I've got some gloves on for this. What I'm gonna do is take one of my meter wireless meat probes. Earlier this summer, I just got tired of dealing with the wires, so I went wireless. It goes in like that, and then we'll spin this around for you. And I'm gonna put one in on this side as well, down into the thickest part. Now I've got 2 temperature probes. And now what we're gonna do is take our meat hanger, and it's gonna go in this bigger cavity. It's the only way it's gonna sit upright. And it's as simple as that. It's not pretty, but don't you worry, it's gonna taste awesome. If you've never had turkey pastrami, go to your lunch meat aisle. I guarantee you can find it there. A little bit fewer calories than brisket pastrami, but you get all those awesome flavors. And you guys know one of my favorite things to smoke in the smoker is turkey. So let's get it in. We're gonna hang it up. And so what you'll notice, I have my rack up in the top position, so I have plenty of room to hang this guy. I'm gonna go right in the center on the crossbar, and it's just gonna hang right there. I've got this rack in place just in case for some reason this breaks open and falls. It's not gonna fall down into my grease pan. And then I do not have any water in the pan at all. So the first half of this cook, I'm gonna have all the meat facing towards the back. That's the hotter half of the smoker. And then midway through, I'll come and spin it so we can get a good look at it. And we're gonna let this thing cook. We want an internal temperature of about 165 degrees Fahrenheit. That's the safe temperature. So I'm gonna cook it to about 160 because we will get a 5-degree carryover when it rests. But we'll come back in a couple hours, show you how it's looking when I get ready to spin it around. I can't wait, it's gonna be awesome. And we're going on the 2-hour mark at 250 degrees Fahrenheit. We've had rain on and off, but all is well. The top got a little bit wet, but we're looking okay. So I'm gonna pop this door open. Let's get a look at her. It's already taken on real nice color. The rub is set. And so what I'm gonna do before I rotate it is hit it with a little bit of cooking spray. Just a little bit of oil on that skin. And that should help crisp up the skin for us. And for those of you who are curious, we have an internal temperature of 134 degrees Fahrenheit, and the second probe is at 136, so they're only 2 degrees off. And so now the tricky part, without blocking the camera, I'm gonna pick this up, and we're gonna rotate it. Push this back in. And that's looking really nice too. Beautiful color. Smell is outstanding. It smells like pastrami. And a little bit of cooking spray. And that's it, folks. We're gonna close this up real quick. And we're gonna let it go up, like I said, to 160 degrees Fahrenheit. So maybe, I don't know, another hour and a half, 2 hours. I'll come back and show you that. We'll let it rest, then I'm gonna slice it, we'll make up some sandwiches. And it's now been 4.5 hours. We just hit 160 degrees Fahrenheit internal. Look at that bird. Really good color. Get this guy out of here so you can get a better look at it. Woo! And look at that. That is a beauty. Gorgeous. Dark turkey. This is pastrami turkey. You can smell it. The smoke, all those seasonings on there. So we gotta let this rest. I'm gonna let it rest inside on the countertop for about a half an hour, and then we'll slice this up for some sandwiches. It's gonna be awesome. Let's carve this thing up, shall we? So it's been sitting out on the counter for about a half hour, like I said. And what I'm gonna do is just carve off some breast meat. You wanna come about 1 inch in from the center. Cut down. And then just use your knife and follow the bone. Just come in, complete the cut. Here's a big old piece of pastrami turkey. Now what I'm gonna do, come in and make some thin slices for sandwiches. See how this turns out. Just being careful, trying not to tear the skin. Boy, does that look good. Let's take a look at one of these. Look at how juicy that is. It's super tender. I mean, that you could shred this if you wanted. All right, now for my pastrami, I like a little bit of Jewish rye, just nice and soft, not toasted. A little bit of mustard, both sides. Piece of Swiss, another piece of Swiss, and now let's load on some turkey. Oh my God, is that gonna be good? Look at that. Boom. Here we go. Cut it in half. Eat your heart out. Here we go. Let's get a bite. Here we go. Tastes so good. Way better than the lunch meat you get at the store. And hey, I made pastrami turkey in my pellet smoker. You can too. It's really easy. And if you want to see something else really easy, check out one of those 2 videos right there. You're gonna love it. Give me a like, hit that subscribe button. Make sure to leave me a comment, and I'll see you over there.